Archangel Michael says the time has come to open your eyes to the truth that hides in the shadows. What you do today will determine the safety of your home, your loved ones, and even your own soul. The darkness that lingers next door is more than just secrecy, it is a force waiting to unleash chaos upon the unsuspecting. You have sensed something, haven't you? That unease when you pass by their door, the strange noises in the dead of night, the way they avoid eye contact when questioned too closely. This is no coincidence, for evil often disguises itself in the mundane, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Archangel Michael says you are chosen to act, to be the light that dispels the shadows before they swallow everything. But do not delay, for hesitation gives darkness the time it needs to spread. Your neighbor's secret is a ticking time bomb, and every moment wasted is a step closer to disaster. There have been signs, though you may not have realized their significance. Flickering lights, the smell of something foul carried by the wind, whispers when no one is there. These are not mere coincidences but warnings from forces unseen, urging you to pay attention. Type 333 to receive the protection of light. You are not alone in this battle, for the divine has placed its warriors upon this earth to fight alongside you. But it is your will that determines whether the darkness is confronted or allowed to fester. The choice is clear, but the path ahead is perilous. Every time you ignore that instinct, that feeling of unease, you are giving power to what lurks behind those walls. It thrives in secrecy, feeds on fear, and multiplies in ignorance. To do nothing is to invite it closer, to welcome its sinister touch into your world. Archangel Michael says there is no room for doubt, no time for second-guessing. The moment has arrived to act with courage and conviction. There is no turning back once the truth is revealed, but only by facing it will salvation be found. Strange disappearances, animals vanishing without a trace, shadows moving where no one should be. These are the whispers of the unseen, clues left behind for those willing to see. Do not look away now, for the final warning is upon you. Like this divine video to stand in divine strength. There are those who would call you paranoid, dismiss your concerns, laugh at your fears. They do not see what you see, do not hear what you hear, do not know what you know. But the ones who turn away will regret it when the darkness finally emerges. Your neighbor is hiding something far worse than you can imagine. It is not just a personal secret, not just a matter of their own sins. It is a force that, if unleashed, will spread beyond their home and into your world. Archangel Michael says your strength comes not from fear, but from action. Fear weakens, but the will to confront strengthens. Only by stepping forward will you reclaim what is meant to be protected. Time is short, and the warning cannot be ignored any longer. Every second that passes allows the unseen to grow stronger, to take more control. You must act now, or the consequences will be irreversible. The presence next door is unnatural, the energy is wrong, the air itself feels thick with something unspeakable. It is not merely human wickedness at play but something deeper, something that does not belong in this world. You know it, you feel it, and now is the time to acknowledge it. Type 999 to cast out the darkness. Do not let the comfort of denial lull you into inaction. The greatest trick evil plays is convincing you it does not exist. That is how it thrives, how it continues, how it grows stronger while you remain blind. There is a purpose behind every warning, a reason you have been chosen to receive this message. Ignoring it means betraying the role you have been given, the responsibility placed upon your shoulders. You were never meant to stand by and watch destruction unfold. Archangel Michael says the battle is near, and the warriors must rise. The time for silence is over, and the moment for action is now. To delay is to invite disaster, to hesitate is to allow darkness a foothold. There is something inside that house that should not be there. A force that does not belong among the living, a presence that exists to consume. You have seen the signs, you have felt the warning, and now you must decide. Type 111 to awaken your divine shield. This is not just about your neighbor. This is about your home, your family, your future. The evil contained there will not remain within those walls forever, it is looking for a way out, searching for another soul to devour. The whispering at night, the cold spots in the air, the shadows that stretch where they should not. These are not tricks of the mind but signals from beyond, urging you to prepare. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to stop what is coming. Archangel Michael says the time of reckoning is upon us, and you must choose your side. There is no middle ground, no neutral stance, no place for those who would sit idly by. The battle between light and dark is already raging, and only the strong will prevail. Do not think that someone else will act in your place. Do not assume that if you do nothing, all will be well. Evil does not fade on its own, it must be confronted, challenged, eradicated. Type 555 to stand in unshakable faith. Your neighbor's secret is no longer theirs alone. It is now a threat to everyone around them, a danger waiting to be unleashed. If you do not take action, who will? The watchers are waiting, the warriors are rising, the moment of truth is at hand. You cannot run from it, cannot hide from it, cannot wish it away. The time to act is now. Archangel Michael says stand firm, be strong, and do not waver. The light is on your side, but only if you step forward to claim it. The shadows can only win if you refuse to fight. This is your final warning, your last chance to make a choice before it is too late. There will be no second chances, no opportunities to go back, no way to undo what has been done. The fate of what comes next rests in your hands. Type 666 to shatter the chains of deception. Archangel Michael says, the time of revelation has come, and the truth hidden in the shadows will no longer remain concealed. The weight of secrecy has burdened the air, and the moment of reckoning is upon us. What has been hidden just beyond your sight holds the potential to shake the very ground beneath your feet. The whispers of the unseen are no longer just murmurs carried by the wind. They have grown into an undeniable force pressing against the veil of illusion. The silence will soon break, and what lurks behind the facade of normalcy will be brought into the open. The house next door, the one you've walked past countless times without a second thought, holds within its walls a reality that defies comprehension. Something stirs beneath the foundation, something that has been kept in check for far too long. The energy pulsing from within is reaching its peak, and the moment of detonation draws near. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare your spirit, for the truth does not wait for permission to reveal itself." A force beyond your understanding has been at work, shaping events unseen by human eyes. The revelations that follow will test the limits of your perception and challenge the comfort of ignorance. 333 Type Amen to embrace the light of protection. The stillness of the night is deceptive, for within the shadows, a storm gathers strength. The calm before the eruption is but a fragile illusion, and every second brings the inevitable closer. Those who have remained blind to the signs will find themselves caught in the chaos unprepared. Within the walls of secrecy, a hidden force has been growing, unchecked and relentless. The presence that has been veiled from sight is no longer content with remaining in the darkness. What was once restrained has begun to break free, and the consequences will be undeniable. The truth does not care for the comfort of those who resist it. It does not wait for an invitation or seek permission to make itself known. The deception woven into the fabric of daily life is unraveling, and nothing can stop the unraveling threads from exposing what lies beneath. 777 Type Amen to welcome divine clarity into your soul. Each step taken in oblivion is a step closer to the edge of revelation. The concealed forces that have operated in silence are no longer bound by secrecy. The walls built to contain them weaken with each passing moment, and the inevitable is upon us. What has been hidden beneath the foundation of normalcy trembles with anticipation. The energy stored within these secrets surges like a tide against a crumbling dam. The pressure builds, seeking release, and when it breaks, nothing will remain the same. Archangel Michael says, "The time of ignorance has passed, and the age of revelation is here." Those who have turned a blind eye will no longer have the luxury of looking away. The force that has been restrained for so long will make itself known in undeniable ways. 999 Type Amen to stand in the strength of truth. The weight of suppressed knowledge bears down upon reality, pressing against the illusion that has kept it hidden. The tension is palpable, a force that refuses to be ignored any longer. Those who have sensed the shift can feel the air thick with the unspoken. The revelations that come will not be gentle, they will not ask permission to enter your awareness. They will surge forth like a raging storm, tearing through the constructs built to keep them at bay. The hidden will no longer be hidden, and those who have sought to conceal it will find no refuge. With every breath, the moment draws closer. The concealed energy swells, demanding release, an unstoppable force reaching the limit of its restraint. The reality you have known is on the brink of transformation, and there is no turning back. 222 Type Amen to embrace the power of awareness. The air crackles with the intensity of unspoken truths, each second a step closer to the inevitable. The weight of deception grows heavier, unable to sustain itself any longer. The unseen force that has remained in the shadows moves ever closer to the light. The foundation of secrecy crumbles beneath the weight of its own existence. The illusion is disintegrating, revealing the raw, unfiltered truth beneath. The time to look away has passed, what was hidden will now stand exposed. The revelation will not come quietly. It will not whisper its arrival but will make itself known with a force that cannot be ignored. The moment of reckoning is here, and the world will not be the same once the truth is laid bare. For 44 type Amen to stand firm in divine guidance. The echoes of hidden forces stir the air, their presence undeniable to those who dare to perceive. The walls that once separated truth from perception are collapsing. The moment of exposure is upon us, bringing with it an upheaval that cannot be stopped. There is no more waiting, the concealed force has reached its breaking point. The explosion of truth will ripple through reality, shifting everything it touches. The veil is torn, and the world must now face what has long been buried in secrecy. 555 type Amen to walk in the path of revelation. The time is now. The moment is here. The truth will no longer be contained. Archangel Michael says, the time has come to open your eyes to the truth that stands beside you. There are forces moving in the shadows, hidden behind the walls of homes you once thought were safe. The presence of something unseen lingers, waiting for the moment when ignorance allows it to spread further. Evil does not announce itself with a grand display, it seeps through the cracks, settling in the corners of a house you pass by every day. The house may seem ordinary, but beneath its roof, something stirs. The weight of its energy is thick, suffocating, yet unnoticed by those who do not wish to see. Archangel Michael says, your instincts have whispered to you before. That uneasy feeling, the shiver that crawls down your spine as you walk past, is not without reason. There are things that the world dismisses, things that refuse to be seen yet exist in the quiet, in the dark. You have been chosen to bear witness to what others ignore. The responsibility is heavy, but it is not given to you without purpose. If you do not speak, if you do not act, then who will? 333 type Amen to get blessing. The walls of that house are not mere brick and wood, they hold secrets, whispered warnings from those who came before. You may have noticed strange occurrences, but you brushed them aside, convincing yourself that it was nothing. Now, the truth demands to be heard. The air inside is thick with something unseen, something that watches. It feeds on silence, on ignorance, on the unwillingness of others to acknowledge its presence. Every shadow cast by the dim glow of a streetlight holds a presence that does not belong. A house is meant to be a place of safety, but when the foundations are tainted, it becomes something else entirely. Something hollow, something hungry, something waiting. And yet, those who reside within its walls do not always know the danger they are in. You have seen signs, whether you chose to admit it or not. Lights flickering in rooms with no one inside. A presence felt just out of sight. Footsteps echoing in empty halls. 777 type Amen to break the chains of darkness. Some may dismiss these occurrences as mere superstition, but you know better. The ones who turn away, who refuse to see, will one day find themselves trapped within the very thing they ignored. A house tainted by darkness does not remain silent forever. It begins with small things, barely noticeable. A feeling of unease when passing by. A strange sound in the dead of night. But as time passes, the presence grows bolder. Archangel Michael says, you have been called to shine a light where others allow darkness to spread. Do not let fear silence you. Do not let doubt hold you back. There are those who have already fallen victim to what lies within. Some have left without explanation, abandoning their belongings as if fleeing from something unseen. Others remain, unaware of what lurks behind their walls. 999 Type Amen to shield yourself from evil. The shadows stretch longer in that place. They move unnaturally, creeping along the walls even when no light should cast them. The air carries a weight, an unshakable feeling of being watched. A house should not breathe, yet this one does. It inhales the energy of those who step too close. It waits for the unaware to stumble into its grasp. You have a choice before you. To remain silent and allow it to continue, or to act. To sound the warning that others will not. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the signs laid before you. You have been given the sight to see what others do not. Use it wisely, or risk falling into the silence that has claimed so many before you. 111 Type Amen to receive divine guidance. The truth is a weight that many refuse to carry. They would rather turn away, convincing themselves that all is well, even when their own hearts whisper otherwise. But ignorance is not protection, it is an invitation for darkness to spread. The house in question does not belong to the realm of the ordinary. Its walls are soaked in something old, something restless. It waits for those who enter blindly, for those who refuse to acknowledge the warning signs. You are not alone in this battle. There are forces of light that stand with you, but they cannot act unless called upon. The first step is yours to take. 333 Type Amen to awaken your strength. The energy of a place tells its own story. Some homes radiate warmth, comfort, a sense of peace. Others carry the weight of something unsettled, something watching. You have stood before such a house, haven't you? You have felt it, even if you could not explain it. That feeling that made you quicken your pace, that kept you from lingering too long. Archangel Michael says, the battle between light and dark is not always waged in grand, open fields. Sometimes, it takes place within the walls of a single home. And sometimes, the greatest warriors are those who choose to see the truth and act upon it. 777 Type Amen to claim your divine protection. The whispers of the unseen grow louder when ignored. They do not fade, they wait. They wait for doubt to settle, for disbelief to take root, for silence to become an ally. You must not allow it. You must be the voice that speaks when others remain quiet. You must be the light that breaks through the dark. The house may not belong to you, but its presence affects you nonetheless. Darkness does not respect boundaries, nor does it remain contained when ignored. It seeps, it spreads, it seeks new places to claim. 999 Type Amen to stand in the light of truth. Archangel Michael says, do not let fear rule you. Fear is the tool that darkness uses to keep you silent. Fear is the chain that binds those who refuse to see. You have been given the strength to act. You have been shown the truth for a reason. The question is not whether the danger exists, the question is whether you will acknowledge it. This is not just a house. It is a warning. It is a call to those who will listen. 111 Type Amen to step into your divine purpose. You know what must be done. You have felt it all along. The time to act is now.